So for today's video, I wanted to do a massive VIB Rouge haul. So I went to Sephora and did some damage, but in my defense, I knew this was coming, and I've been saving up for this, specifically for this, for a long time, because I knew that if I walked into Sephora and just picked up all this stuff, I would not be able to justify that big of a purchase at once. So I've been setting aside money so that I could just go to town and not feel as guilty about it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so a lot of stuff. I didn't even know Sephora made bags this big. Like, this is crazy. In no particular order, I'm literally just going to reach into the bag and grab stuff, I guess. I don't know how else to do this because this is pretty big. Oh, don't fall. Okay, these two things, can I speak? These two things I actually picked up a little bit before the VIB Rouge sale, like maybe a week before, but I just wanted to mention them because I just got them and I don't think I showed either one in a video yet, so why not? This one is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Glow. So the center shade is Champagne Pop, which I do already have and I'm obsessed with. Then it is Pearl is the lightest shade, and slash shade Blushed Copper. And I just wanted to quickly say that being as fair as I am, you can definitely get use out of all three shades. I use Blushed Copper as a blush. They say to use it as a blush topper. I used it just straight up as a blush and it looked great all day. And oddly enough, Pearl I think is too light for me and it doesn't get much fairer than me. I'm always the lightest shade in foundation everywhere that I go. So it looks a little gray, and I guess it's because I'm so warm and yellow complected. That shade will probably look better on people with more pink undertones. The next item is by Marc Jacobs, and it is the Mirage Filter, and it is the only thing that I own and have ever owned from Marc Jacobs. And it is this powder right here. It is in the shade 40 Mirage Filter, and it's basically like a yellow under eye setting powder, highlighting powder in a contour shade, which I actually do love because this contour shade seriously does look like a shadow. Next would be the Kat Von D Shade and Light eyeshadow palette, which I've been wanting to get for a while because I have the face palette and I'm obsessed with that. It's amazing. There's a specific look that I have in mind for this. This is what the palette looks like. The Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Stick Foundation, and mine is in the shade Y245, and it looks like this. It just looks like every other stick foundation out there. And with this one, I definitely recommend going to the store and getting color matched, or not getting color matched, but color matching yourself, getting color matched, whatever the case may be, because online I looked at a shade and it's normally what I would wear for Makeup Forever. It's normally what I would have gotten, and when I looked at it in store, it was much lighter, and funny enough, it was very pink and it was one of their yellow shades, so I had to go up a shade. So that's why I got Y245, and I mean, I'm not going to swatch it because it's a foundation, but that's what that looks like. And I'm super excited for this because I've heard a ton about it, and I also hear a lot of people talk about the liquid, not quite as many about the stick, which is why I opted for the stick instead. Next up is the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. And I got mine in the shade Fairly Light Neutral. There is also a Fair that's lighter than this, but that one was super pink tone, which is why I went for this guy right here. And I'm getting the impression that it is super thick because I just have to squeeze the crap out of this bottle to actually get it to come up to the top. Yeah, it is very thick. I don't normally like thick concealers, which is why I picked this up, because I just wanted to get some stuff different from what I normally have. I have basically every concealer that is like super liquidy in a tube form with a wand. So I really wanted to try this out. Next is the Cover FX, what is this called? Natural Finish Oil Free Foundation. Is that really the name? That's That's the name. That's the name. And I got mine in the shade G20, which I can already tell you will match me right now, but as winter goes on, it's not going to match me anymore. Next, from Makeup Forever, as I said, I got a few things from them. I got the Pro Sculpting Duo in number 1, which looks like this. And honestly, the reason that I got this is the highlighter. I don't normally like pink toned highlighters, and this one is very pinky, but it is like you can see this from another planet. It is kind of insane. I don't know how well this is going to pick up on camera. Does that even pick up? Yep, there it is. And then here's what the bronzer looks like. I actually thought that the bronzer was warm, way warm, a little too warm for my preference. It kind of looks like straight up orange on there, but it is a bronzer. They definitely meant for this to be like a contour shade. I'm not contouring with this. I don't know who's contouring with this, but I'll try it out as a bronzer and see how it goes. It just definitely looks a little orangey, and with my warm complexion, it might be like a little overkill, but hey, we'll try that out and see how it goes. Honestly, I think that highlighter, because of how bright it is worth it on its own. So the bronzer was just extra. Then also from Makeup Forever, let me just get this out of the way, I got 2 of the Artist eyeshadows, and those are expensive eyeshadows. Expensive eyeshadows. They're just single eyeshadows, and they're $22 a piece. I feel like $10 more I can get a palette. I can get an Anastasia palette for that. But I have to say they are huge. And there was 2 shades that I've been eyeing for a while now. So I figured, why not just go ahead and get both of them, because one is 22, 2 are 36. So I don't know. It made sense in my head. So I just went ahead and picked up the pan for it. And the shades just come in like refill pans. So this one is M846, and the girl actually told me that it is one of their most popular shades, that it sells out all the time, and this is the last one that they had in stock. But I mean, that's crazy. That is some, oh, I don't want to flip anybody off. That is some crazy pigment. That's intense. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Ooh, this one feels funny. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't even say what color this is. This is M744. This one just feels like a little tacky to the touch. I don't know if that's odd or not, but look at the swatch. That's insane. That's insane. I'm looking at it in the viewfinder and I can't believe that. I don't think I've ever seen anything swatch like that. That's crazy. So I'm excited for this. So yeah, these are the 2 shades that I got. I got the oh so famous Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. And the reason that I picked this up is because I've been wanting to try out a few more matte foundations. And so I'm definitely going to need something hydrating underneath it. And where I live, I know in some places in the country it's still like 95 degrees. But where I live, it is getting cold quickly. And, I mean, you get in the negatives here. I'm in Jersey. It doesn't stay warm at all. So, I know that my skin gets super dried out and starts to hate me in the winter once I'm like deep into winter. So I wanted to get something that was going to be really hydrating, and I hear tons and tons of great things about this being so good for dry skin, so I wanted to try it out for myself. It says it has coconut water, probiotic based ingredients, and skin revivers. It is silicone free, and let's see. It pumps out just like a moisturizer, if you can see it. I'm a sucker for cheek products, but as I was cleaning out my makeup the other day, I realized that I don't have a ton of blushes, and that's because for a while I had a crazy amount, and I filtered some of those out, but I had so many of them that I was like, okay, you're not allowed to buy cheek products for a while. So I didn't, and now I'm like, where'd they go? I don't really have any left. So I wanted to pick something up like this because I didn't have anything in this shade, because it's not typically a shade that I wear, and I'm really trying to bust myself out of that comfort zone. So this is Tarte's blush in Blushing Bride, and it's like a nice rosy mauvey pink. It's beautiful. It's definitely cooler toned. Again, not like me at all. So I wanted to pick it up and give it a shot. So that's that. The only other blush that I got, and I was kind of nervous because as I had it in my basket and I'm like walking up to the counter, I'm like, wait, that's orange. That's peachy. I told myself I'm not getting peachy blushes because I have like 35 peachy blushes and none of any other shade. So the packaging on this one is kind of tricky. But this shade is I Will Always Love You by Too Faced, and it definitely looks very peachy on here, like it matches the compact, but I promise it's not. It's a warmer nude, so it definitely has like some peachiness to it, but it's nude. It's not going to look orange or corally on your cheeks. That's the swatch. And I don't have enough nude blushes in this time of year. I love my bold lips, so I'm just not one to do like bold cheek, bold lip, bold eye, bold the whole nine all the time. So I wanted something that had a little color to it but wasn't very bold, so that I could go ahead and play around with my other makeup and just kind of keep my cheeks nice and neutral. So that's that. Next is Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer, and this is number 2 in smoothing. And this is what it looks like. I'm not a fan of the packaging on these. I don't know, like on one hand I'm like, oh, it looks very clean, almost makes me feel like it's going to be skincare. But on the other hand, I'm like, I don't know, Makeup Forever is so creative. And they're just so blah. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, this is the smoothing. And I was going back and forth between this one and the Tarte Clean Slate Smoothing Primer. But I went for this one because everybody talks about the new Makeup Forever primer. So it feels a lot like Benefit Professional. I want to say a little bit more slick. That sounds gross, but it's a little bit more slippery than Benefit Professional is. And I want to say it looks slightly smoother though. We shall see if it actually looks different. I loved Benefit Professional for a very long time, so we'll see if this actually looks any different on the skin. Next up is Hourglass Diffused Light, and this is a lighting powder or highlighting, setting powder. I've heard people, you know, use it for a little bit of everything. And I wanted to use this a little bit more as a setting powder, kind of like for under the eyes, to highlight to set my highlighted areas. But honestly, in the winter, this is just gonna set my whole face. I wish I was joking. Wish I was joking, but I am fair in the winter. Last but not least is the Anastasia Self-Made Palette. And I wanted this from the moment that I heard about it. I have 1 or 2 of the other Anastasia palettes, and I'm obsessed with those. This does have a few repeats, but regardless, they're repeats of shades that I love. So I'm okay with that because I'll probably run through them anyway, which is fine. And this is what the outside of this one looks like. It's, what's the word? There's like texture to it. It's not flat black. And then it has like the Anastasia logo on here. Here is what the palette looks like. If I could not blind you, that'd be awesome. And you got, you know, the typical brush that you get with every Anastasia palette, which I actually like. Most brushes and palettes are terrible and they're just throwaway brushes. But this one's actually really good. It has a good fluffy side. And that is it for my Sephora VIB Rouge haul. But I do want to include something else in this. My Ipsy bag. I have a subscription. I have a monthly subscription. I can never say that word right. With Ipsy. And basically you pay $10 and they send you a bag with 5 makeup samples or like deluxe size products. Sometimes you get full size products depending on what it is, based on a survey that you fill out, so they can make sure that they get your preferences and the types of products that you would like to see in here, right? And this is what the bag looks like. You get a new makeup bag every month. I figured that I would kind of throw this in here because I got this right before I left to go grab my Sephora stuff. And I don't know if you guys would like to see dedicated videos to this every single month. If you would, let me know. I'll also leave like Ipsy details and how to subscribe down below. It's great because it's only $10, and you're getting a bunch of stuff that you probably wouldn't try otherwise, because most of the time it's brands that I haven't heard of or heard little of, or that I just don't have at my disposal. They're not normally brands that I can get near me. So this month, see, I haven't opened this yet. I got the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. You do have the capability to go on the website and see what you're getting beforehand though. So for that reason, I didn't purchase a mascara. I'm big on not having multiple tubes open at once. I'm opening this because I plan on using it. And I didn't purchase a mascara because I thought that it would be pointless. So here is a Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. I've never actually seen what this looks like. The wand is ginormous. These types of wands don't normally work for me, but we shall see. My main concern with mascara more than anything else is staying power and that it doesn't transfer, because by the end of the day I normally have little black dots all around my under eye area from my mascara transferring down. That is normally an issue with setting your mascara. Rewind. It's not an issue with setting your mascara. That's normally because of not setting your under eye properly, and the moisture kind of pulls the product down. Like the Better Than Sex mascara has never done that to me, so I tend to stick to that because I know that it's safe for me. So we will try this out and see what that's like. Next, I got a fine angled brush. I love receiving brushes, but this is the first one that I've ever gotten. I don't know. It says INSPR. You're not going to be able to see that. But it is just an angled brush. And I don't tend to use gel liner too much anymore. But I love these for my brows. And it's super, super thin. So I do think that it would work great for a gel liner. So I'll let you know how that goes. Next, I got the Avance, I think. I don't know how you pronounce that. Again, details will be down below. Flawless Effect Skincare Invisible Pores Anti-Shine Mattifying Emulsion Primer. And let's see what this feels like. Oh. That is super liquidy. Normally I feel like mattifying primers aren't very liquidy, so I wasn't expecting it to come out that way. I got the Trestique. What is this? I got this last month. No, I didn't. So the one I got last month was an eyeshadow base. It looks exactly like this though. This one is a matte lip crayon. Ooh. Ooh. That's a really pretty color. Yeah, I like that. I don't normally wear matte nudes. I tend to like my nudes more glossy, but I could always throw a gloss over that. I really like this color though, because it's not a flat nude. That seems like it's going to be right up my alley. The packaging, it's like in this little crayon type tube, but you actually, it's a lid. That's not the product peeking through at the top right here. One more, which is the Model Co. Highlighting Trio. Champagne Peach, Bellini, and Bronze are the 3 shades. I'm going to swatch this first. Oh, okay, so right off the bat it's super creamy. Oh. Oh, that is intense. Intense. But like super creamy and moussey. Okay, I don't know how much of this you can actually see, but that's intense. I'm gonna like this underneath my highlighters. But yeah, these bags are awesome and I do love it, and that's Ipsy. I will put a link on how you can subscribe down below if that was something that maybe you were interested in. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this haul video. Let me know if there's any of these products that you would like to see reviews or first impressions of. None of them are things that I've actually tried before, so I'm very excited to try them all out. Like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!